So what is an innovation roadmap? Maybe you've seen IT roadmaps, digital roadmaps, marketing roadmaps, forecasts and all these things. But today we're going to go through what is it and what is different from the other ones. I'm Steve Johnston, a serial entrepreneur, and I'm passionate about helping entrepreneurs to succeed. And I'm very excited to use this channel to share all my valuable resources with you to help you reach your goal. Come and join me, let's work together, and we'll get your digital transformation a success. So first of all, when we say roadmaps, we're not talking about something fully detailed and having down to the task of somebody, an employee in a company. We're talking about having something fairly high level. So that could look like this one. You can have swim lanes of high level projects, and within those lanes, you can have like sub projects, or I'd say smaller projects in this to accomplish what you need to know. In that case, it's a fairly big roadmap as an example. You have many swim lanes, but you can simplify that. At least you have to simplify it over time. You need to have some phases along the way, but that could look like this. So why an innovation roadmap is important to your company? First of all, if you don't innovate, you die. So innovation brings differentiation. And if you are different, you have a big advantage. If it is a good difference, you have a big advantage that are going to help your company, sustain your company, make it profitable, make it interesting for your market. And you can do that in the different ways. We won't go through that today. Also, having a plan, having a roadmap, knowing where you want to go and how you're going to get there, you're going to take stakeholders buy-in, because a roadmap is not like a 3-month project. It's going to be longer. And if it is longer, you need to get some people like employees, investors, shareholders, all the other management people around you. So you need to get some buy-in. So having a plan showing where you're going, that's going to sell it. That's going to be very, very powerful. Large scale, so planning. Again, same thing. If you have something over 3 years or 5 years, even if it won't be exactly the same during that time, because technology, people, and even your market, everything is evolving over time. So you need to have some planning. So you need to have the reference point, this roadmap that tells you how it's going to happen, what you need to do. And if when you get there, you need to change certain things in 3 months, in 6 months, or even 2 years, that's okay. But all the goals have been defined and you need to do these things. And again, that can change, but that's okay. You have a reference point. And from this point, you can make changes. If you don't have any reference point, it's very tough to make a decision. You can go left and right, and basically you're not having a plan. So again, for the buy-in and large scale planning, this is very important. One key element that is a bit more technical but very important: if you plan ahead, if you have a roadmap like this, you know that if you implement a course, or a tool or a solution, a SaaS or a software, one day you are going to install or implement something else, it needs to talk to that one. So integration is a big key element that you need to consider. So if you plan all of this, you can plan that in 2 years or a year from now, this tool has to talk with the tool you're implementing today. So the link has to be made in the innovation map, in your overall planning. This is how you'll be able to do that. If you don't think about it now, you're going to select the best tool on the planet, but perhaps it won't work with the next best tool you want to implement in a year from now. So plan for it. And the trick for that is, if you are looking at ecosystems of Microsoft, Google, or Zoho, just to name them, they have full ecosystems. So their tools are most of the time talking to each other very nicely. So integration is is there by default because of the ecosystem, and very powerful for you as a company. So now for the type of innovations that you should do or can do, you have 4 big types. So it's well known on the internet. You can find the same quadrant table on the internet. So let's go through all of them. First of all, you have the incremental. With the incremental, it means that this is an existing market that you know very well, existing technology. So what you do, basically, you are doing something incremental. It's a small improvement, a new feature, or you're bringing something like maybe even nicer, very, very little. So low risk, low investment, low return, not a big innovation. Now, if we move with a new technology, you're talking about having something disruptive. I mean, it can be incremental as well, but let's say that we do like a new thing. You don't have any CRM in your organization or company. Now I want to have a CRM. So this is disruptive on many aspects, because now the way you're going to communicate with your market is going to be different. The way that your employees are going to work on this new CRM is going to be different. And also you'll need to be prepared to implement that thing with the other tools you have in your organization. So this is disruptive in your company. And if you do the right choice, it's going to be disruptive and bring you a competitive advantage in your market. And in this one, the disruptive one, it's more risk because you're bringing something new. It's more expensive, not necessarily the tool itself if you rent or you subscribe to a SaaS, but you need to invest in your people, and you're also taking some risk. You need to promote certain things in your market. So it's more costly, more risky, but the rewards can be great. So this is a good option for you if you want to innovate. So now if you look at, you want to go into new markets, but you want to use your technology. So in that case, you're already using the technology you have, so you know it. So the people and the process are in place to be well executed for the previous market. But now you want to attack a new market. You do like a copy paste. So we call that like architectural innovation, meaning you do take something, you just copy and paste it. You do the same, different market, maybe a slight configuration change in your technology. But with that, you know pretty much what to do, and you need to adapt it to your market, but not that much. So it's only architectural, so very simple. So the risk is kind of decent because it's a new market. It's unknown. I'm sure you've done your market research before, prior to do that, but there's still some risk. So you need to invest maybe with new employees or the same employees or splitting their time. So there is a risk there. But in terms of technology, this is not a huge risk. You do the same thing. It's more about configuration and I guess training, and you go to the market, you invest into that. So risk is low, but money invested is kind of in a good size, a medium size, I would say. And now for the last one of the quadrant is the radical. I put it in red because this one, as you figured out already, new market and new technology. So that's where you're taking the most risk. You're spending a lot of money, but you can get big rewards, because if you go there in a new market with new technology, perhaps it's a totally new division or new department or a new trend. Perhaps you're planning your horizons, and meaning that in the future you're planning to get there and you want to be in this market. So you don't do only a copy paste, but you are really taking a lot of risk. You're spending a lot of money, and you want to have the rewards. You want it because this is why you are investing into that. So when you create your innovation roadmap, when you think about a new innovation being brought up into your company, think about that, because I think it's a good way. It's only like the famous 4 quadrants. That's an easy way to make up your mind. And you look at, okay, how much risk I'm taking, how much money I'm spending, and do I need to use new technology, and should I use technology? I mean, obviously I like this one because I like innovations, but at the same time, this is risky. So perhaps there is a way to go in phase and just maybe have a new technology on the same market first, because you know the market, you know it's going to work. And once you are familiar with this, you swap and you do that like a copy paste in the new market. So you don't have to go from here to there. So just having that in mind as a quick tool that can help you out to create your innovation roadmap and to plan your innovations overall for the success of your company. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe below and set up the notifications. I'm on a mission to help entrepreneurs to be successful in their transformation. Stay tuned for more videos, and don't forget to comment below with your ideas or any topics you'd like me to discuss for you.